Stephen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm fine, and it's the weekend, so it's great.
That's the no problem, Celestine. How are you today?
Fine, and you? Thanks for welcoming us
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. So, guys, how's the day so far?
today.
Yeah, today, how's the day so far?
Pretty tiring. Um, it's great that weekend has arrived, so we could have a good time of rest and I don't know if you follow the soccer World Cup, but we personally I wait for Sunday for the final game, so I'm
Fantastic.
pretty excited.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Fantastic, guys. So, guys, your debut full length album, Violence Made History, was out on April 15th. So, would you like to tell me a bit about the songwriting and production behind this new album?
Um, First of all, we started writing this album a few years ago, around 2016, 16, 17, maybe 15 for the first song. And we uh, um we have always the same way to work. As the first one is the guitar players bring the ideas, and it's like a puzzle. They give me that, and I make everything in order. And sometimes they don't like, sometimes they like, and we try to make songs as most efficient.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And was there any particular concept or a storyline behind this album?
Yes,
More Stefan for this one.
yes. The idea behind this album is to show that there's some violence during all the human history, and it's like doesn't human doesn't grow, don't grow growth. They are still violent, and that's made our history, and maybe it will make our future. And voilà. The thing is just voilà. The objective is to show that it's always the same story. It's violence that made the main step of history, of human history.
Everything in this world,
Statistically, right.
everything in this world has been built through violence. It was the main concept of the album. It doesn't mean that everything has to be made like that, but when we look back in the past, we always notice that everything has arrived with a war, with oppression, with anything that is not really positive. It makes positive things in the end, but we don't make an apology of violence. We just talk about facts, about real historical events, or sometimes from a fiction, like the three last songs of the album, which are inspired by a novel. Uh, Many books. I don't remember. It's
Three
the
book,
James Herbert.
yes,
Well,
yes,
okay.
James Herbert. But that was said, Sebastian. If you look back or take a history book, you will always find only some wars, some violent episode. You never keep good things. I don't have any example, but yeah, you don't have in history book the day when we created electricity, for example. It's always about violence, about war, and that's it.
Even people like um, Martin Luther King, we could have written a song about this character. It's more than a character; it's a very important person in the 20th century history, which is pretty close from us. um, he wanted to bring something uh, um, peacefully, but they had to fight in the end. So it's always like that. You want to make something um, positive that will bring something positive to people, and there is always someone or a power statement, anything that doesn't want any change. So you have to fight to make things change, and it's quite the background message of the album.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you. Fantastic.
You're
And
welcome.
talking about the album, 10 amazing songs, beautifully written, great power, the energy, the musicianship, the vocals, everything is perfect. A fantastic album. Thank you guys so much for bringing out an amazing album this year. And as a band, what are your thoughts and how do you feel about the outcome?
As you said,
Uh, uh, Actually, we are pretty moved about how people receive the the music we make, because um, we are we cannot say we are um, very at ease with uh, when people say positive things about the music we make. Sometimes we are like shy people. We uh, we assume what we make, but we are not like yeah, but it's normal, we work for that, or we are pretty shy about that. So maybe it's modesty, or I don't know. It's pretty uh, yeah. There is a big emotional part about that. It brings us back to the all the process we have to go through for making this album. It wasn't easy at all, because we had to change sometime personnel in the lineup, and actually we should have made this album in 2018 or 2019, just before the COVID.
Yeah.
But we had to change two people in the band. They had to learn, because everything except one song, everything was written. So we made some little changes in the song for, for everyone uh, is okay with the project. And when we wanted to to start the recording, COVID has arrived.
Yeah.
So we had to push further the start of the recording, and we kept um, we kept recording during sometimes in our country there was uh, we were we weren't allowed to go out, but we were out anyway. And we sometimes we we came back home like after midnight, 1, 2 p.m., 2 a.m. Uh, Afraid to see any cop or something. But we've been through this, and it was uh, pretty frightening sometimes. It was not easy to change the personnel. Um, uh, we had some um, personal struggle at the same moment. So when we see and when we hear the results, we are pretty proud.
Yes,
And when people come and say you did a great job, we like what you do, and I wasn't expecting this. It's better than I was expecting. Wow. Okay. Job's done.
fantastic, fantastic. And how is the touring coming out for you guys? Do you have any planned touring for 2023?
It's difficult. Maybe Stefan will talk more about this, but it's we for 2022 we've made only three gigs
Ouais.
since the album came out, and yeah, it's very difficult. But Stefan will talk about the plans
Ouais,
that are
ouais, tu vas
coming.
m'aider. Ouais, tu vas m'aider si j'ai besoin de mots. Yes, we did only three shows since the release of the album because it's really hard. There's not a lot of the news, but a lot of bands want to play there, and because of the COVID, a lot of festival were delayed. I think it's
Yeah.
the right word. So when we were asking to play, the answer was most of the time, sorry guys, but we will let play the band who were scheduled during the COVID and who didn't played because of the COVID. But since few weeks, it's we have a lot more opportunities. For example, we have two show in January, 14th and 20,
21st.
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 We have a show in May, but in the south of France, and we have a lot of pistes. Comment tu dirais piste?
Um,
We have some opportunities that
yeah.
we'll need to confirm. But yeah, that's better since few weeks than it was 1, 2, 3 months ago.
Yes.
And that's it.
And and any plans to take the band to out of France on a global scale?
For the moment,
Uh, Belgium.
we try to, yeah, it's a very close country, so we are not going far as we are up north France. It's like a little bit than yeah, it's more than 2 hours driving to go to Belgium, so it's not very far. So it's the only unofficial plan for the moment we have, but we have nothing to confirm about that.
Mm.
And we talk about someone who is helping us actually to book some gigs. Uh, Maybe trying to make a little tour. It would be the first for us if we try to to schedule many gigs in a row. It will be great. It will be a very a first experience. It doesn't matter if it's little places or anything. We need to improve ourselves on stage, and sometimes we when we play in little venues like 100 or 150 people, it's not full. we have like 40 or 50 people in front of us, but our music is giving some energy, so something happens when we play. So it's very good.
And the guy who helped us is DJ that contacted you a few days ago, a few weeks ago, and
From Primal
he
Age.
from Primal Age, yes, and he knows a lot of venues in Europe. So we hope to go outside France and play your music in other countries. But first, we want to make a lot of show in France.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. The history of the band goes way back to 2011, and it's been almost 11 years now. So, how has the journey been for you guys so far?
Very long, and it's like you know, if you watch a TV show like The Walking Dead, it's pretty it has almost the same age. A lot of things have happened, but not it's nothing to compare with a TV show like that. But actually, with Stefan, we are both founding members with Fabrice, the other guitar player. But we know each other. We met each other in 2006. I came into his band of the at the moment at this moment. Um, uh, and we played until 2009, I think. I don't
Yeah,
remember
2009,
because there was
2010. Well,
2 years off between the former band and my own fear. Uh, and we never lost contact. We always had we I think we have become friends very fast at that moment.
yeah.
We found connection first about music and then about friendship, life, something around that has nothing about music. And now we have something that it's not easy to to find words even in French because I'm not that good in English, but in French, even in French, it's something more like felt. You know, it's automatic. We don't need to talk about things uh, to uh, to write music or to understand things about each other or to make jokes or to so well it's a long journey and we have faced some struggle but most of the time it was fun and music.
Yes, we are like an old couple, I think, of the couple. And yeah, the journey was long and really hard because we had a lot of turnover in the lineup for different reasons. Most of the time with guitar bass player. I don't know why. Maybe we should try to make music
Easy,
without
it's not easy
bass.
to keep a bass player.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we play too fast for guitar bass player, and yes, there's an evolution. When we released our first EP, we had the chance to play several festivals, really interesting with uh, bands that we like and that we are listening since we are kids. So it was
There's
great. For
sometimes bands we
example,
worship.
yeah, a band like Aggressor, Witches, Merciless, okay, bands from France, but with a big notoriety in France. Um, Then
And that
yes,
plays pretty much the same genre,
yes,
like us,
for that band,
mix of thrash and death.
yeah. A pioneer of thrash and
In
death
France,
metal in
yes.
France. Yes. It was great, and then we had some problem with the lineup when we were writing the Violence Made History, um, and yeah, it was really hard. But finally, it's released. We are really proud of what we did. We're really happy of the l'accueil. The album was
The welcome,
well received. Yeah, was well
how
received.
people they have
So
welcomed the album.
yeah, so okay, it was hard, but uh, that's great for us. We are happy, and we wouldn't change anything in the journey.
We have no regrets, no remorse, like a very famous band said in their first album,
Yeah,
actually.
come on,
But
come on.
we don't want to kill anyone. We
Fantastic.
just want to play our music, and we wouldn't, as Stefan said, we wouldn't change anything, and we didn't make this journey and this work for nothing.
Fantastic, fantastic. And what's next for My Own Fear?
Sorry.
What's next for My Own Fear? Do you have
Ah,
plans to get back into the studio again? What's the big plan?
for the moment, no. We are actually working on a little project. It's a split album with our record label, and they ask us to create two songs
Mm.
that are that hasn't been published before and that will not be on the next album. So we are getting back in a work progress, and we will see what what they will bring to us. If it will be something that will straight lead us to the writing process for a second album or maybe a second EP. We don't know, uh, but uh, but we want to make something to make something new pretty soon. But we don't have any timeline or we don't have any deadline
Mm.
except for the two titles for the EP that will it will have to be recorded in
Before
November.
September, okay.
Ouais, September or November. At
No,
the we, last yeah yeah at the end of the 2023.
fantastic.
Yeah, we are focused on gigs, looking for new gigs. We hope to play in the most famous metal festival in France.
Mm.
I won't say the name of the fest because I don't know if we will play there or not. But we are focused on the searching opportunity to play live, and in the same time, I think we will start writing first for the split EP for the label, and maybe for the next opus. Like said by Sebastian, I don't know if it's gonna be an EP or album, but we will do both. I mean, we'll do both searching venues and writing new songs. But
Fantastic.
yes, we are focused on the tour organization of
Actually,
the tour.
yeah, we are focused on playing gigs, uh, and when we will start uh, writing for a new album or something, we don't know when actually. I don't think it will be very late, but I think those two titles I was talking about before um, will lead us somewhere or will make us change the direction.
Got it. Got it. Perfect. And would you like to share some of the highlight moments for the band?
Wow. Um Actually, we have um, many. I think about many different things, but just the fact that the album has been released after struggling to look for a record deal. Finally, we when the album has been released, it was a kind of you know stress going down. It was an accomplishment.
Yeah.
But we have,
Yeah.
I think we have some good moments. I think also in during past gigs
Yeah.
that sometimes are funny, sometimes maybe Stefan has something in mind.
Pour le struggling ou pour
Non, c'est quoi tes moments un peu préférés, quoi?
First, I totally agree with Sebastian. I mean, when we released Violence Made History, it was like, yes, we did it. And one of my favorite moments was to play just before Aggressor. I think it was in 2015.
15, yes.
Yes, and that was great because I listened this band since maybe since the high school. So it was great to be on the same stage
The same
with
stage.
them. Same stage. It was great. But like said Sebastian, there's a lot of moments that were great. Um, Simply sometimes just making the journey in car, just us going to a stage where we're gonna play the night. Just the journey is great because we have fun. We are speaking about stupid things, stupid men things, I should say. Um, um, and that's great. Every time it's a great moment. But if I have to choose only one, it will be yes, playing with Aggressor, or maybe the first time we played Salem on stage with Sibyl, singer of the Thrash pioneer, Witches. That was great too.
Yeah.
But what is funny is that Sibyl from Witches is the sister of the
It's
singer, guitar player, and founder of Aggressor. Well, so that's cool.
yeah, we have in our friends now some legends.
Yeah.
We couldn't say it another way. It's we meet when we ask Sibyl and Liange is a guitar player to to record on the album on one song. Uh, Straight they said yes, just uh, make us hear the song, but even before listening to the song, they were okay, and it means a lot for us.
Fantastic.
So
Fantastic.
this is a good thing as well. To and when Stefan talked about the fact that we played with Aggressor,
Mm.
uh, I mean, what was even better is like we didn't know anyone, and the guy is very simple. No, he took time to to share a moment with us, to speak with us about his experience, and it was a very good moment as well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Uh, and finally, what would be the message that you want to give to the fans around the world?
Um, if you're around in France or anywhere we will have the opportunity to play, come to see us because if you see us on stage, I think you will spend a good moment because you will liberate your inner struggles and you will have some fun and you will keep to have some fun with us after the show because I think we are not some sad guys, you know. We like to joke and to drink beers and so it's always fun.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
And buy your
I will,
record.
I will, I will just add, yeah, come to see us. We hope that you will like our album and like our shows. And we promise, we won't take 8 years again for the next opus. I promise.
Awesome. Awesome.
Just
And
4 or 5.
And Stefan and Sebastian, I want to thank you both so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you guys on this interview. A real pleasure to meet you. And thank you so much for giving us an amazing album this year, Violence Made History. A fantastic album. So much power, energy, a brilliant record that you guys put out. Thank you so much for that. And I wish you guys all the best and hope to see you guys on the road real soon. And thank you so much again.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you for
Keith.
your time.
You have a great evening. Take care. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.